Hi. However you look at it, appearance does count, and no one knows it better than those in the chain of consumer marketing. What you see might not always be what you get, but there's no doubt that it's the packaging that first gets your attention. So this week, our producer decided to talk to a man who's proving that packaging matters in the most extraordinary way.
From chocolate to tea to just about anything you get off the shelf, next time you go shopping, you just might spot the work of this achiever.
Having a dream and making it work are two different things.
In 1990, Sudat Silva began designing his dream with his wife, a team of 12, and one single machine.
I actually thought of going into business in the late 1989. That was the tail end of the darkest economy of the country. But most people will think that going to business at a time like that would be difficult. I would also agree with it. But at the same time, there will be a lot of opportunities in a very difficult environment.
Graphitec's founder believes a simple philosophy, which has become his company's core principle, has given him an edge.
To survive in this business, what matters is the quality. And if you don't offer quality, and if you don't control your quality at the right place, probably you are not in the right business. I used to have one employee of mine who was a very old employee who worked for many printing presses, and he used to laugh at me. He told me that there's nothing like this. That says printing presses do not have quality assurance departments. I mean, he used to tell me that, but I convinced him that this will make it work.
And make it work they did. Accolade after accolade later, the team at Graphitec has gotten bigger, their work being recognized as among the best in an industry where competition is likely to be just around the corner. Setting standards in quality has given Graphitec a clear edge over the competition, helping Sudat attract clientele with an eye for perfection.
And I remember the ICRC just last year, they did a survey in Sri Lanka to find a printer. Then finally they picked on us, ICRC. So once the decision was communicated to me, I asked this consultant, would you mind telling me why you selected us? His answer was simple. He said, I went through your facility, looked at your quality, looked at your customers, and I found that you have one quality that you offer to everybody. There is no discrimination in yourself that you say, this one I will give this quality and that one will give that quality. You have one system running right throughout your press, and that was your plus point.
That philosophy has obviously paid off, but here's what you don't know about the package, card or carton that sits pretty on your table.
Sometimes the customers feel that when you get the CD, you can, like when you put on the computer, it just comes out as a computer printout. Well, that is not the case when it comes to offset printing. There are a lot of things involved before the printing aspect. When we get a CD, we have a desktop publishing department who will check for any errors on the file. They will correct the colors.
With this kind of a market, it's difficult to survive. That's one thing that we realized it at the beginning. So we have trained our staff to handle from a simple letterhead and up to a carton or a sticker or a merchandise or even a book, so that we can give an option to the client whatever they want.
Next, we meet the team extraordinaire at Graphitec and one very special member. 3 people whose work will decide an entire line of production meet the design development team at Graphitec. Vipula Bandara is the team's senior digital designer, but he's no ordinary graphics guy because his extraordinary skill is in no way hampered by the fact that he can neither speak a word nor hear a sound. His story is one to remember in our achiever's path to success.
He's about 15 years in our business. He's in the digital designing section. When he joined this company, he was doing mostly the manual stripping work, the artworks. Then came the stage of Apple computers coming into the country. We had this very small, I'm sure you would have seen this classic small computer. So I bought one classic computer for Vipula and told the company that I purchased from to train him. They were a little reluctant to do that. They said, how can you train a person who cannot speak and hear? So they gave me a price which is higher than a normal person to be trained. I said, all right. And we set the training time for 3 weeks. Just within 1 week, this boy picked up everything what has to be picked up. Today, my clients are amazed with him. They can communicate with this boy much better than a person who can speak. He understands what the client wants. It's amazing. When the client says, bring it down, enlarge it, scrap it, delete it, he will do it. And he will do to the millimeter, half a millimeter, 0.25 millimeter, which is something that in printing trade, printing industry, that is a perfection.
But it's giving Vipula that first chance that our achiever believes has been the turning point in both Vipula's life and Graphitec's own progress.
He had a talent to art. He had that talent. But if we do not give him that opportunity and recognize that, probably he will not be able to sharpen that skill.
Next to his sense of perfection, Sudat is well grounded in the belief that for his staff, work is much more than jobs and income. That on balance, healthier, happier people with the choice to create their own destinies are likely to be much more productive in what they do.
At a time like this, if you get your morale of employees down, you lose everything. We basically think that the business is not the only thing that we have to concentrate, but the balance between their life, their family and our business, so that we have a satisfied employee in the organization who will give a better output to us. I think it's a matter of not being a dead fish. If you get your employees to understand that that you are not a dead fish, you have to be a healthy salmon. That you should basically swim against the tide or the upstream, and you will make it. But if you try to go with the stream, I mean, there is nothing that you will achieve.
After the break, heading outside Sri Lanka and making it in the digital age. In taking over a bankrupt business 17 years ago and transforming it into the printing powerhouse it is today, Sudat had hands which pushed him down and pulled him up along the way. But here's a man who recalls those who helped and remembers to say thank you.
DFCC, they were there right along, right throughout, up to date. Even today, they are with us. Originally, Sampath Bank actually helped us to set the business through. I can't forget that. But since of late, we don't shop around for financiers. We basically move in for strategic reasons. And today we are with HSBC. And that is also for strategic reasons because of our exports.
Exports was another dream for this entrepreneur.
Export Development Board had been good. This lady, Indu Alapirma, thought of us, and she has seen our work, and she came to my factory and she said, we will give you a chance. If I had not given the chance to Vipul Bandara, he would not have come up. So someone down the line gives you a chance. So she gave me a chance to go to the Frankfurt Paper and Stationery Fair for the first time in 2003, I would say.
On the final day of the Frankfurt exhibition, a tired husband and wife had an unexpected visitor.
there was this one guy who walked in and showed me a carton and said, would you like to do this? Can you do it for us? I always worked on my gut feeling, and I said, yes, I can do it. I said, I can do it. Today, he is in Holland, and we are here. We have a partnership with his company together, and all what he markets, all his designs, he sends it here, we produce it and send it.
From exclusive niche market collections to printing delicate boxes for the famed chocolate club, Graphitec is now on board with another famous franchise.
We were audited by the Disney for Disney France, and we have been approved for Disney products to be manufactured in Sri Lanka for Disney France as well. Right now, we are doing about 25% of our business into direct exports. Every week, we have a consignment leaving to Holland. So, I believe that we can expand this business more and more into the European markets.
So well on his way to international fame, this stickler for perfection and people still has an uphill struggle ahead. But history, they say, is a great teacher, and Graphitec has its fair share of lessons.
Soon after the World Cup day, I think we all watched the fireworks in the sky, and then the next day was the day that I was going to be in my office to finalize the increments. I came to office, and 3 to 4 hours I was just thinking, I'm going to make a decision of the increments, and that without knowing what the future is going to be. But then I realized that that if you could survive in 1989, if you could make it in 1990 with that kind of a dark patch in the economy, I'm sure we should be able to do this as well. So I thought best thing is to forget what's going to take place and do the best what we can. And then we decided on across the board above the inflation rate, which I thought that is what we should do to our employees.
No matter how much they've achieved, the team at Graphitec and those at its helm certainly don't intend sitting on their laurels in the years ahead. If at all, Graphitec's story might just be entering a whole new chapter.
What we really want to do is build our brand. We need to create a brand identity. We want to stand Graphitec as a quality printer. In order to do that, we need something beyond the personal selling as well.
My dream, which I want to make it work, is a printing organization which is equivalent to a printing company which is printing the Time magazine, which is where you download the information from the satellite and transfer to the DTP, the prepress department, and then transfer to the plates. So, I mean, that's the kind of a press I have in mind, and I'm sure we can achieve it in my lifetime, I'm sure.
With that reminder of why appearance matters after all, we have to say goodbye. Join us next week as we uncover another achiever story. Till then, you can call us on 5335 or 5338 for feedback, or to share just about anything you have in mind about the show. You can also reach Graphitec on 2865 964. That's 2865 964. That's it for tonight. Take care. Bye-bye.